We live. We live. We in the building, man. Hey, if you in the building with us, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, brother and sisters. Give me a second to get everything set up for you. Proof that extraterrestrial exists. Can you prove this? Can you prove that? It's simple, man. We're gonna give them time to get in the building. Where is that thumbnail? Rob Bot, to everybody that's coming in the building, man, just give me a second to get the chat set up. I guess we'll rock with that thumbnail since we can't find the other one. Hey, we got 26 people in the building. Rob Bot to everybody that's coming in, family. We back at you again. And we're about to get more sophisticated on these classes once we get the man, they sent me back like with that 14 days last month. You know what I'm saying? And then the 7 days this month. So I'm 21 days behind on the tapes. So we're trying to get do much as we can to catch you up. Hey, Rob Bot, and shout out to brother LaTravis for the donation, brother. Let me get the chat loaded up. Hakeem, he don't know I'm live yet. Once he figure out I'm live, he gonna come in here to jack around with me, man. All right, we almost there, man. Trying to find a damn the video. All right, there we go. I can see the chat now. Hey, Rob Bot to everybody in the building. Hey, so how do we prove that these beings exist? Simple. Think of something that don't exist. What is existence based on? Is it based on light? What you can see? If you take a car and you speed it, or well, you say take a car and you're looking at it sitting still, then you're looking at a solid object, or what you consider a physical object. Then once that car begins to speed down the road at a certain speed, and once it becomes blurry, then that car exists and it's still a solid object. It's just going and vibrating at a faster speed than your eyes can see. And then once you speed that car faster than the speed of light, and it disappears before your eyes, because your eyes can't calculate the speed of that car, right? Your eyes are not adjusted to see stuff faster than the speed of light. So does that car exist? If you can't see it, does it exist? Does it still exist? You know? So everything is based on what you perceive as light. Uh, if you consider that's a part of, what you consider to be existence, something that you can physically, tangibly touch. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it don't exist. Because there are just certain levels of bifocal opticals you got to have to see certain things. If you go down, you can't. It's certain microorganisms you can't see with your eyes because your eyes don't have the frequency adjustment to be able to zoom in on these small things, unless you you're in a process of the ascension where you can see these things, these little molecules or these new little microorganisms. Some people got to use a microscope. So, shout out to brother Sunra in the building. Some people use a microscope to look at these smaller things that you can't see. So it's a lower level of frequency things that exist that you can't see with the naked eye, but it's certain beings that can, because we're dealing with sound, we're dealing with light, we're dealing with thought, and really we're gonna go back to get back to thought when we really get down to it. Oh, get some water. Yeah, so there are things that exist that you can't see with your eyes, from microorganisms to things that are just vibrating at a certain speed to where it's past your frequency of light. Once you get to a certain level, you can see past that level and you'll be able to see certain beings. So it's beings that exist on that level, but everything is physical. All the dimensions are physical, like we explained. See, because when you see things, just because you can see it don't mean that it ain't. Just because you can't see it don't mean it ain't physical. You know what I'm saying? So the first, second, and third dimension make up the fourth dimension. And then those four dimensions make up the fifth dimension. So it's like it's adding up to so height, width, and length is a physical aspect of what they're looking at it as. So height, width, and length would be in the fourth dimension. That's why in your dreams, you got buildings, you got people who could be tall, short, fat, wide, you know what I'm saying? In your dreams in the fourth dimension. Because it's height, width, and length. It's color. It's more frequencies. It's a different time frame reference. It's a higher level of quantum physics. Because I heard a being say that the world's flat and the space is a vacuum, so it's sucking. Yeah, that's true. Space is a vacuum, but the time frame that is on the rotation is much broader than the Earth time frames. So it's vacuuming at 200 billion years of a second. You know what I'm saying? Some crazy shit like it's the time frame is much larger on the vacuum. It's really extremely slow. So slow that it takes 3 billion years just to, if you get my drift. So yeah, so you can't think of these beings if they didn't exist. You can't bring them into this reality if they didn't already exist. You can't create nothing that don't already exist. You can make something. You can make something new by, adding some things together. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta, it's like this. Certain things just are. It does it exist until we see it. Yeah, that's a good point. So It don't exist to you till you see it, right? But have you seen microorganisms? Have you seen a cell under a microscope? You never seen that. If you never looked under a microscope and never seen a cell, do they exist? Because you can't see them. But you can see them with a certain lens. And you can see these higher beings that's vibrating higher with a certain lens. See, it's different types of things going on here. Like, okay, all right, so the human ear, and all this is in the Ascension manual, the human ear can hear up to 20,000 hertz, kilohertz. They can be 20 kilohertz, right? And then you got beings like the dolphin and the whale who use sonar type sound waves. They can hear more higher frequency. A bat can hear higher frequencies than the human ear. So it sounds that you can't hear. Does those sounds exist? Because you can't hear them and you can't see them. But your dog, you can buy this like this little thing, and it's a little button looking thing, and you can hit it, and your dog will hear that frequency and go crazy. Because the dog can hear up to 80-some thousand hertz, kilohertz. So, hey, Rob, son, Rob, hey, so a dog can hear higher pitch sounds. A cat can hear higher pitch sounds. So why are they able to hear a higher frequency than humans? We're gonna get into the proof of extraterrestrial. I got a whole bunch of stuff I could talk about to make the connections. We're just getting everybody set up so they can get up in this joint. Oh yeah, that joint hot, man. So like you on page 149, that joint hot, man. That Ascension manual hot. It's over my head. You know what I'm saying? The ancestors, they be putting it down, man. So yeah, but so it's different frequencies. If you read that, I don't know what chapter you on, but it's a chapter in there on talking about hertz, watts, and sound frequencies. And it talks about that a moth can hear up to 300,000 kilohertz. It's like better. A little insect is the best hearing being on the planet, right? So these different, and then you got beings who can see on a higher frequency than you. See, dogs got a lower frequency than they can see because they see in black and white. Being able to see up to 600, you're able to see up to about 888 terahertz, a little bit under that, about 800 terahertz, up to the violet, to the purple. Before you go into ultraviolet, where it's hard for you to get ultraviolet unless you got a certain type of lens. And you can buy them lenses, and they show you when you look at during the eclipse, they sell you these lenses. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. You can develop a certain type of glasses to where you can see these beings that vibrate past a certain frequency of color that you can't see. And you can buy a device to put on your ears. The FBI use it to hear certain frequencies at low range and high range frequencies. Right, and you develop this as your brain developed, though, back to towards more than the 10%. So as your brain develop, you can develop these highest senses to be able to see. It's like X-ray vision. X-ray vision means that he can see past the speed of light. That's what gives that what's that guy? Is it the X-Man guy? They got the X-ray vision. So you can have X-ray vision with a certain type of lens. You know what I'm saying? And it's extraterrestrials who got this technology, who developed this. Some of them biologically developed this type of stuff through increasing their brain capacity. Yeah, so if you hearing the ring tones right in your ear, that's like the tones that's coming from the crystal city, man. The tones that coming from the crystal city. It's sending a certain type of wave of information out right now. Yeah, Cyclone, that's his name, right? He got X-ray vision because he can see faster than the speed of light. Thus, he can dematerialize things and see straight through it because everything is light. All of everything you're seeing is light. It's based on light. Once I speed whatever the object of that you're looking at faster than light, then that object you can't see it no more. Does it still exist? Does it still exist once I speed it past light and you can't see it? Yeah, the rings coming from the ship, man. It's information being transmitted in the form of sound. It's Morse code. And your brain, your subconscious brain can pick up on a different key, the different the ping pong sound. But it's more like an ice cream truck type melody. And it's like it's more pleasant than like the killer clown type shit. It's more pleasant. The ringtones. Yeah, but when you develop in your brain, you're gonna realize that it's a lot of things that, man, you like it's really hard to explain. Try to get a certain amount of brain power back, you're gonna be like a superhero. You really superheroes. You really superheroes. All this capable stuff that I'm talking about, it's already part of the brain. It's already part of the brain capability, but it's been cut off with religion and the type of food and the type of, you know. Hey, yo, hey, can you hear me now? Yo. Can you hear me? Yo, can you hear me? Oh shit, son, what the hell is that? Yeah. So we clear now, right? Oh shit, man, what the hell happened? Yeah, so then you got different people like Shaquille O'Neal. This dude's 7 foot tall. He a giant. You got all these tall people who they make sure they find them and pay them good money and put them on into the NBA. They make sure they get them off the street. If you tall, you over 6'8", you ain't even got to be halfway good, and you can make it to the NBA just because you tall like that. And they want to get you off the streets, put you in the NBA. You could be sorry. You 7 foot tall, it's most likely you're gonna be going to the NBA. Hey. Okay. That's one thing. Then you got people here that got 6 fingers and extra rows of teeth growing. We got people with extra rows of teeth, 6 toes. Right? You got people that's midgets. People that's midgets. Little people. Right? The sound still messing up. You get the tall niggas, the Nephilims, right? Nephilims. You got different types of beings here, right here on the planet. And you tell me all these beings are the same species, or generate from one species. Now we can break all of it down. Well, how to make it make sense, because our master teacher already put it together for us in the hotel. But what I'm telling you is how do you explain all the different species, from midgets, from giants like Shaquille O'Neal, from Chinese people, Hindus, the different types of hair texture, right? Big, tall, little, and small. How do you explain these different features, man? Because we're dealing with genetics. We're dealing with genetics. So it's definitely extraterrestrial genetics. The extraterrestrial are Nubians are extraterrestrial. Because you mix with the Armax were extraterrestrial, mixed with the Anunnakis. Birds are extraterrestrial, because when the planet was covered with water, what birds landed it? Unless you want to try to say, okay, all right, well, they genetically, that species goes to the penguins. The penguins are some birds that fly underwater, because it's birds that fly underwater. The penguins, right? But they got to come. The thing is, they got to come back up for air. Anything that's got to come back up for air was once on land. Had to come from off of land. So then they went under the water. Whales weren't always under the water. So where did whales come from? Yeah, the nomos, right? The nomos, whales and all them different types of creatures that were brought from Cyrus. Star system Cyrus, the dolphin, these different creatures. So, but where did these land animals come from? Where did the cow come from? What galaxy? Or was it created here? Your God created it. How? How did he create it? How did he create the cow? Break it down scientifically for me. What species did the cow come from? Now, if I was looking at it, I'd say, okay, I know that cow connect back with the hippopotamus. Scientifically, with the hippopotamus. The hippopotamus is one of the oldest mammals on the planet, besides the elephant, the mammoth. So, and hippopotamus like living in water. And a hippopotamus, they get on your ass. So that means they don't jack around. They with the no jacking around coalition. So these different species, 8 different types of apes. All those apes generated from one ape. Yeah, grizzly bear and a seal. A seal ain't nothing but one of them big old seals ain't nothing but a bear in the water, a water bear. A seal is a water bear, just like a bear. And they went to the water. Yeah, chicken. Chicken is a genetically engineered bird from the dodo bird. It used to be a bird over in America called a dodo bird. And chicken is genetically engineered from the dodo bird. Yeah, the grizzly. The grizzly come from they come from the Sirius star system. They original species. They were brought from Sirius. They come down through the same line as the shaggy and the inky dudes. They're that same broad. It's a broad species because it's different types of species within that branch, but they come from that same shaggy species mixing with other species. Yeah, so says why all these things can't be originally from right here and why oh yeah, so like some of the stuff originated here, like some of the species through adaptation and through because the reptilians, but the reptilians is the original species of this planet. Yeah, gorilla. The shaggies, the inky dudes, they got other names, the Bigfoots, right? The Bigfoot, probably what you know them as, right? Bigfoot, Master, Carbon Master. So the Bigfoot uh, Inky do beings. They like the hairy ape man. Yeah, dolphins, whales, they all mermaids, all is nomos beings. It's different. It's over like about 2 to 3 million species of nomos. And most of the original nomos, they got gills. See, it's different fish in the ocean. Some of them don't got gills, like a whale. A whale got to come up and breathe, but a shark don't. A shark got the gills. So that's the difference. Yeah, Inky do anything that Inky said do. See, those beings. Matter of fact, let me try to get you a picture pulled up so you can see what I'm talking about. And then we'll break down. Hold on. Let's see. Let me share my screen. I'm gonna show you these beings so you can see what we're talking about. And we created these beings. Let's see. It's the only way I'm gonna pull it up. They're the first type ape man. They show them in the movie Star Trek and all that shit. Star Trek and Star Wars. All right, so these beings. So the bear and all that come down to the same line as these beings. And what these beings were, we created these beings when we went to Sirius. And we got there in the same situation that we was involved in on Tiamat, on mining the gold, we were mining other elements in Sirius. On certain planets, we were mining certain elements on certain planets. And just like we didn't want to do the work here, and this right here is before the actual Atom project. This was for the Atom project on this in this solar system on Mars. Before the Atom project, we had went to Sirius and we were digging there for gold too. But we didn't want to dig, just like we didn't want to dig here. So we created these Bigfoot beings, and they were to bear, be like mules to bear all of the work and shit, tote all our equipment and all that shit, right? So we created these beings a long time ago in Sirius, right? Humans didn't always have, all you humans didn't have the body type that you got now. Your body types changed over millions and millions of years. Your body type changed. You done had different types of bodies. Not only have you lived different lives, you done had different types of bodies. Yeah, the felines is another species, because if you look, they are mixed between the reptilians and another species. And I believe the shaggy was added some in there. Yeah, the Neanderthals are, Neanderthals, it's two different types of Neanderthals. One was Yaku's draftation out of the Hindus. Oh yeah, the cat beings. Okay, yeah. So the cat beings, if you look at the cat beings and you look at their eyes, you can see the connection with the reptilians, right? And a cat, a killer snake. Cats are real good at killing snakes and rats. So if you're in the street gang and you want to keep the rats and the snakes away, get you a cat. And that cat translates into a beautiful black woman or a beautiful Nubian sister who got your back, right? Because she gonna say, man, I don't like that cat. I don't think he for you. I don't think he got your best interests. My wife liked it. I'm telling you, man. She'll say it in a heartbeat. So get you a smart sister. That's that cat, that black cat. Because you gotta keep in mind, the panther is one of the most dangerous cats in the jungle, and they protect us. The black panther is a protector. The black cat, one of the most powerful cats. Yeah, but these beings are 7 foot tall beings, shaggy beings, right? And then there's several other species that were mixing in with these beings, like the Hindus. The Hindus were doing monkeys, everything, man. They would get down. The Hindus get down. Hey, look, hey, Mustafa. I bet your dad, your pops ain't got no snakes and rats around, because them cats gonna take care of business. Cats, a cat is more intelligent than a dog. A dog only had like a 7-year-old brain. His brain can go up to a certain level to where he cut off. So dogs as a species is slow. And dogs come from Sirius as well, but they came from a planet that orbits Sirius B, and it takes about 57 days, something like that, to rotate around Sirius B. So it's at a fast rotation. So their lifespan is short. So 7 years to a dog is like 1 year. A dog is like 7 years old, or he get like 14 years old, and that's how he aged in 2 or 3 years. So it's like 7 to 1. It's like 7 to 1. So a dog will be 21 in 3 years. So what if that's the case? Then what planet do they come from? Like I can tell you, but I'm saying why are they different? Why is that different? If everybody came from this one planet, why is that dog time frame different? And the cat can live longer. The cat is smarter than a dog. A dog got good hearing and good smelling, but dogs, now you can get the most intelligent dog is the original German Shepherd canine species. That's why the police use them as they guard dogs. Yeah, so why those dogs got short lifespan? Are they extraterrestrials? What planet do they come from? Why their lifespan is short? Why they don't look like humans? Why they look different from every other species? And when we say dog species, we talk about from a wolf. If you ever seen it, look, it's a difference between a wolf and a dog. I'm gonna tell you that right now. People from the country know it. A wolf make a dog look real small. I've seen some big ass wolves. Like a wolf, man. I'm talking about some big wolves. A wolf get bigger than a dog. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the fox. A fox is a smart animal because it comes from the same the certain type of species of intelligence. Foxhole, the fox outsmarting the wolf. Yeah, so what species you get the dog species, they're not that intelligent. And dogs usually follow whoever feed them. The dogs in the galaxy. Whoever putting them on, that's who they down with. They show a particular species of the dog beings in that movie called Fifth Element. Those creatures that were working for that white boy. That was the dog species, one of the dog species. And the Dewannies are the little bitty people who they put in that little series. It's called Elf, I think the name of it is. The Dewannies. They come from that same species. They generate from the same species. See, what happens is that the Dewannies were living in the Centaurian star system. Then they went to Cyrus. And then these beings, these Bigfoots, these shaggy beings, were taking advantage of the little bitty beings. So the little bitty beings decided to leave and come to this planet. And they live underground right now. They got advanced cave systems underground. The little people, they came here on the mothership Nibiru when they started getting picked on by these big shaggy beings. So that's part of it. Like Malcolm X said, it really deal with the wolf and the face, the fox that will sneak up on. Oh yeah, well, see, a fox is sneaky. Foxes are clever. They real quiet and they light on their feet. I'm telling you, man, you'll learn a lot from nature. You'll see these extraterrestrial things going on in nature because most of the life in the galaxy was brought to this planet because of Project Blue Rock. Most of the people were brought to the planet because of Project Blue Rock, the different species. And what it was is if a war was to take place ever again, and certain species were to get destroyed, we can just come here to Earth, right? We could just come here to Earth and pull from the data bank and take back and replenish that particular planet. Yeah, the dog beings. I just talked about the dog beings just now. They coming from Cyrus. They come from a planet that rotates around Cyrus B about every 50 some days. And they were brought here. The Hindus came here. And that's why, look, that's why they call Cyrus the dog star. So it plays a part, the dog star, the jackal. And also they call it the cannabis major, telling you there's a connection between the beings who came from Cyrus and the marijuana that people smoke, right? Telling you it's a connection with it. Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you want to show your brother some love on a donation, we're posting it, the Cash App and the links, man. Don't do the super chat. Just show your brother some love on the Cash App. Yeah. So what about that species? What about all the earthworms? The earthworms. Are they reptile? Are they reptilians? The earthworms. You got so many different species: earthworms, maggots, flies. What if have flies always been around? If the planet was covered with water, where did flies come from? Where they all the millions? It's over a million species of insects on your planet, on your one planet alone. Yeah, hey, yeah. Some of these stuff came through crossbreeding, Pat Troll. Like you say, the pig, the rat, the cat. We actually crossbred the pig. The pig was made in ancient Kemet by Imhotep. And the reason why they made the pig is because of Caucasus Mountains. On Caucasus Mountains, they didn't know how to bury their dead. So what they would do is they would just take the bodies and lay them on the side of the mountain. And so the body was covered, the mountain was covered with carcass all over the mountain. So it became known as Caucasus Mountain. And these pigs, we ancient Egyptians, because the smell was so bad and it was disease. Disease can spread from bodies just laying out like that. So we created that, Imhotep created that, the hog, the pig, to go up there and eat those carcasses. And then once they got through, they would drive them off. That's what they really was talking about when they talking about the spirits was in these beings and all this, in this pigs in the Bible and all that, because they was using them to eat the dead carcasses. Then they would drive them off a cliff after they got through eating all of the carcasses. And then once we got them cleaned up there, we went up there and gave them a little game, and then that's when they started taking and laying the body down now and covering it with rocks. They started covering their bodies with rocks. We was already mummifying people and putting them in tombs and shit, right? We was already doing that. We knew the ceremony of bury because we watched nature and we watched the jackal dog bury his food in the desert and then come back later, dig it up to eat it. So in order to preserve our ancestors' body and keep this from being done, we began doing the different burial ceremonies, the rituals, and wrapping the body. They do this in Islam. They do it in Islam. We showed them how to do it. We showed Islam people how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, yeah, I got PayPal. I'm putting my PayPal in the link right now, man. PayPal me at the Young Elder, man. Yeah, look, so yeah, here, yeah, that's my last name, Hill. That's my last name, Hill. Yeah, so you, yeah, Warren, hey, Warren, I got that from you, so I'm gonna send you the books and stuff, man. Just give me till I get off of here. What I was saying, yeah. So you got all these different types of species, man. We dealing with, and all those species didn't come from this one planet. What's the purpose of Mars if nobody else is? I mean, all these other planets, and you're just in your solar system. What's the purpose if we the only people that is in existence? And these beings are physical beings. Anunnum is physical beings. The cone heads are physical beings. The Denakals are physical beings. The Greys are physical beings. They just have technology that supersedes, that they can speed their vibration up with this technology. But in order to come to this dimension, they got to slow their vibration down. But they have the technology to speed up their vibration past light. See, you see what you like I say, you see that truck right there, right? Or that car you got in your front yard, your car. You see that car because of light. But if I take and speed that car up and start moving it faster than light, and then it goes out of faster than light, and it goes out of your particular spectrum of sight. But there are sights that's higher than your sight. There are sound people that can hear at a higher level than you, like beings that's on this planet. They can see on higher levels than you. A cat can see a higher frequency than humans, because a reptilian can see a higher frequency because of the split in their eyes. That split plays a part. They can put a focus lens. They can focus their lens on certain things. The doctor's manual ain't out yet, but we're teaching out the doctor's manual right now. Not this actual class, but the class that we did. I think it was yesterday. It's called "We Came to Relieve the Pain." So that's like a class out of the doctor's manual. The doctor's manual is a whole nother level, bro. It's like it's getting us out of this, Hey, Haru, I need you to get out of here with that phone, bro. Haru, go on now. Close the door. I'll be in there in a minute. Haru. Hey, so hey, Haru, close that door. Close that door, Haru. That boy Haru fresh, man. I gave him a fresh cut. That's another thing, man. We talented, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do anything you put your mind to, man, So like, I can cut hair. All I needed is the stuff to cut the hair with. You know what I'm saying? We are multi-talented beings, you know what I'm saying? We extraterrestrials. That's what makes us different than everybody else on the planet. That's why LeBron James is from our species. See, the American Negro is a different species from the rest of the black people on the planet, or what they call black people. The American Negro species is a different species. We are like the final product of these Anunnaki children. That's why we got the LeBron James. That's why we got the Michael Jordans. That's why we got the Emmett Smiths. That's why we got the Benjamin Bannekers. That's why we got the George Washington Carvers, the Booker T. Washingtons, right? You only heard about one guy from Africa, maybe one or two guys from Africa that was great. And that's probably because of the mental construct of white supremacy and shit. But we only heard of Nelson Mandela and a couple of other spiritual guys that we heard from over there. But all the superstars, all of the Anunnaki children, it's American Negroes. That's why we different. Yeah, they they clone LeBron. He got a couple clones. Sprite. Go watch the Sprite commercials. You know what I'm saying? They took my video down, man. I'm telling you, I was already on them. Yeah, but we got the people like, and he could be some genetical experiment, because I believe in the future, they're gonna make NBA players. They're gonna genetically raise NBA players like on a farm. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take a little bit of Michael Jordan DNA and mix it with Kobe and LeBron James, and we're gonna see what we come out with. Take these, mix these fine specimens. In the future, man, niggas gonna be cheating, man. I'm telling you, because it's gonna be so much technology. LeBron James synthetic robot. He was, yeah, like they once you get so much certain amount of money, they start call. Hey, shout out Chris Love, brother. Rob Bot, brother. Hey, sometime like a lot of they could clone Shaquille O'Neal that played for the Phoenix Suns was a clone. Because Shaquille O'Neal got injured, and then they brought him. They had to bring his clone out on the Phoenix Suns. Let's pull him up. Let's pull him up so you can see him. I don't like to talk about that clone and shit. They like to try to set niggas down about that. They don't want you to talk that because they say, damn, especially Young L, because he be saying stuff that how he know it. How did he know that? How did he know that the Shaquille O'Neal for the Phoenix Suns was clone? And that's the real reason why his wife left him. She didn't leave him. These people, these wives don't be, man, I'm gonna tell you this. People got that type of money. Their wives don't be trying to lead them. Come on, man. She left him because it was a damn clone. Look, that's a clone right there. That ain't Shaq. I'm gonna show you how that. Man, I could actually do a whole tape on this cloning shit, man. But I might need to do a whole nother tape just in case they so I won't get this one took down. But Shaquille O'Neal, 7-foot dude, but this Shaquille O'Neal right here is different from the other Shaquille O'Neals. This is the clone that played for the Phoenix Suns. It only cost $2 million for a clone. Yeah, Steph. Yeah, they already got Steph Curry. Steph Curry. They started with the robot on, right? And what's that other dude? Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose. Also, the Michael Jordan clone. Hold on, let me show you. He played for the Wizards. Let me show you the Michael Jordan clone. There you go, right there. See, it's two different Michael Jordans that played for the Wizards. When they brought Michael Jordan back, just think about it, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, yeah, hey, look, keep an eye on that, man, on that Sun. That Phoenix Sun Shaq was a clone. This Michael Jordan right here is a clone. This shit is more advanced than you want to get down with, man. I'm telling you, it's more advanced. Who else they got? There's a whole, man, the list goes on. They got who else they can clone? They ain't never get Kobe. Who else they got? It's a couple of them they got, man. That one dude, what's that announcer name? That announcer that be on NBA. That black dude that got the little small fro. And somebody dropped his name in the chat. My sports guys, drop that dude name in the chat, man. That black guy. Yeah, they got Eminem. They got Eminem. Eminem came out and did a song about it. Gemini man put it up. Yeah, hey, look, that's right. Yeah, that's a good appreciate that Care Bear. That is a good point. They did the movie with Will Smith, right? To show you, to fatherly jack around with you and let you know, not only are we cloning, we training these niggas to be great killers. Yeah, Jalen Rose, they got Jalen Rose. Yeah, Stephen Smith, Stephen A. Smith. Appreciate that, Romain. They got him too. Let me show you. Stephen A. Smith. That's that dude name. Show is. Show is. They got him too. Yeah, this guy right here been cloned. This right here, the clone right here. And the real one. So you can see the difference. See, you start looking at their nose and their chin. Yeah, they got that dude, man. Clone him, bro. Couple cats, man, getting took out. You already know Joe Biden got 6 clones. It's like 3 or 4 different Joe Bidens, man. It's like 3 or 4 different Joe Bidens. You can look at this right. You can tell a difference. Look at this. Look at this Joe Biden right here. All right, get a good look at him. Look at the chin. All right, look at the chin. Hold on, go back. We got him, man. We got him right here. Damn. See how they did it. See how they just did that. Hold on, let's go back. Let's get him. All right, so you see the chin on this dude. It's like 3 or 4 different Joe Biden. And look at this Joe Biden. That's a whole different. Look how big his forehead is. That's a whole other dude, man. Look how big that dude forehead is. Hey, shout out John Bacon for the $10 donation, brother. Yeah, so you got Biden. They got him. Pudding, Val Pudding, he got clones. Cloning is really old shit, man. It's like the old hat. They don't even. It's so they so advanced with that now. It ain't even a thing to talk about no more. Who else they got? They made her some clones so her clone could go down. Look at this. She got clones. This is a clone right here. This is the clone Hillary, right? And okay, look at the difference. Look at this. You can tell the difference. This is one of the clones. Look at it. They don't even look like her, right? You can tell. Look at this shit. Look at that one, and then look at this one. That's 2 different people, man. This one right here got a wig in. You can see the sew in at the top. All that money, and you can see your sew in at the top. Right there at the top. They best of on purpose on that one. Her hair. She defied her hairdresser. I can see her wig at the top, and you got $1 million. Yeah, so, and you already know what she did. You already know what she did. We ain't gotta break that down. Yeah, Beyonce, you already know they got her. Beyonce make a lot. See, like a lot of these people, what it is at first when they were cloning, because we can talk about the cloning because the cloning is part of the extraterrestrial shit. Because they got the cloning from a particular species of grays called the marker bean. In exchange for technology. And at first, it was just for body parts. And cloning has been going on since ancient Kemet. The pharaohs used to have clones, so they can. And then the pharaohs in ancient Kemet, we used to change our body parts. Like if you lost an arm, we can replace your arm with your clone. It still goes back all the way to ancient Kemet, to the pharaohs and the certain people of certain priesthood, right? So at first it's for body parts. They got a movie out called The Island. Go watch a movie called The Island. Let me type it in so you can see what it look like. If you want to study cloning. They got a movie called Boys from Brazil with about Adolf Hitler. All right, so this movie, The Island. Go check this movie out. It pretty much breaks down the whole why they was cloning at first. And it's called The Island. Right? I don't know what just happened now. Go check this movie out called The Island, man. Right. So at first they were calling for body parts. Some rich people were they'll disappear and pop back up with a baby. You like, damn, but they clone had the baby. See, it's some people they birthing just like Obama and Michelle now. The clone had a baby, right? So it could be really somebody else's kid, but the clone had a baby, and then they take the baby from the clone, so you like they had the baby. But they didn't gain no weight or nothing. They just got a baby from their genetics from their clone. So they take the sperm, impregnate the clone. The clone will be pregnant for the 9 months or whatever, while the real person is out on the streets and they got money. And then once the baby's born, they just take the baby from the clone and then exterminate the clone. Exterminate the clone. So that's one way that they're doing the cloning. Then you got for body parts. That was the original reason why they was doing it. And then after certain time went by, and they're like, man, we got so much money. We got 10, 15 clones. Let's try something else. So then they started. The first thing they started doing is crossbreeding. Crossbreeding dogs with cats, dogs with humans. Dogs mixed with humans and things of that nature. So this part of the extraterrestrial shit. So what do these beings come from? Right? Dogs mixed with bulldog. You know what I'm saying? So this part of the extraterrestrial shit right here. But they began crossbreeding to this guy. They got this technology from the Greys down in Los Alamos, mixing dogs with humans and dogs with cows and rats with bats and snakes with alligators and whatever they came to mind. They mix it up and create these different species. Right? So that's what they started doing at first. Then there was like, okay, we got the cloning down, we got the mixing down, crossbreeding down. So let's say you want to shoot you making $1 million off a commercial with LeBron James, but LeBron James has got to play 82 games, so he don't got time to just come to that particular area at one time. So if you make a clone for $2 million, and that clone shoot all the commercials, do all the appearances, and people, you can make more money. You can make more money if you had a clone. Half of y'all will have a clone right now if you could. You'll have your clone go to work for you while you're doing something else. So imagine if you had that using that billionaires boys club or that certain particular club, and you needed to, you say, man, I wish I had a two of me so I can go have this other person doing stuff that I can do. Then I could be doing other stuff, and it can all add up together. So it's rich people out here that do that. They get clones and got their clone doing stuff for them that they would normally be doing while they on vacation. They clone is working for them, and while they on vacation at the golf course overseas in a private thing, right? So that's what's happening. That's part of it. Then you got so like the Suns got to win some games, and they got to win 2-3 more playoff games, and they go to the playoff. I mean, 3 more games in the season, and they go to the playoffs. But Shaquille O'Neal is injured, so in order to stay keep getting their money, because you got to make a certain rank to get paid a certain amount of money in the NBA. For a team to make a certain amount of money, it's called a salary caps, right? A salary caps. So in order to keep the salary caps and not have to buy somebody else, and they was already paying Shaq so much money, they was already paying Shaq $200 million. Why not spend $2 million and get a clone and just let that clone play the rest of the season because Shaq was hurt? Get a clone and let him play the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of shit that's going on, man. You know, with the cloning. And that's Extraterrestrials gave them that. How, if there's no such thing as extraterrestrial, how is in the 1900s, all of a sudden you had this burst of technology? How can you explain the pyramids being built? I heard some people over there talking on it, talking on it this morning, and other days people talking on the pyramids. How can you explain how they moved them tons and all this without saying that these people had some kind of advanced technology? Whether it be us that was doing it, because I told you we are the extraterrestrial. So how do you explain how they built those pyramids without advanced technology that's more advanced than what they got now, because they can't even duplicate it? So how do you explain that type of technology existing and then it's not existing to us now? And we the same people that built it, if it wasn't extraterrestrials involved with building that shit. How do you explain it? How you explain the high level of information that we had then without extraterrestrial context? It's extraterrestrials all through the Bible. It's extraterrestrials events all through the Bible. It's technically not human trafficking. What you mean when you say human trafficking? Right? Hey, say Sunrise, you need a clone, right? Man, just imagine if you could send your clone to work. Like, okay, you can put your clone, send your clone to work, right? And then you could go be in the lab, working on your business. You know what I'm saying? Because I see the brother Sunrise, he gonna have a business, man. He gonna be selling some kind of merchandise that he make himself. And he probably already doing it. Man. We hadn't had a chance to swing through Atlanta yet, man. But we're gonna be swinging on these brothers. The brother Lifewave and the brother Sunrise. Cause I make those hats. You know, when I make those hats, I got other stuff that I make, like jewelry and things that we're gonna get involved with. So you want to work for yourself. That's another thing too, man. You might do a whole nother class on that. Working for yourself. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cut this class to take a quick break, and then I'm gonna come back and do a tape in about 10 minutes on working for yourself. Because that's a good class. I think I need to talk about that tonight. Working for yourself. We're gonna come back on part 2 on this one, probably tomorrow. But working for yourself is a tape I want to do tonight. I feel the energy of it. Hey, so Sunrise, man, I need you to come back on that class for me, brother Xavier, brother T. Y'all come back on that class, man. We're gonna call it working for yourself, and setting up you something to work. I'm gonna break it down, because I got the I got the ability to be able to design different things, and you can actually sell these. It's a lot of things that you can make yourself and sell it. You know what I'm saying? But we're finna come back on that class. Give me about 10 or 15 minutes, and we're gonna come back on that part two. I mean, not part two, on work. We're gonna do a tape called "Working for Yourself," setting up your own business. And I'm gonna tell you the story of how I started the YouTube page, and how the YouTube page is like my business now, and it's different avenues through the internet. With the internet now, we can make a lot of money, man. So as far as setting up your own business. So we're gonna come back on that, man. Give us about a 20-minute break. We're gonna come back on that starting your own business.